Hello, Miss Steele here. So this week we are talking about space and scale, and we're going to be using both for this project. We're going to add space to our background. We're going to use scale. We're going to draw our own Rubik's Cube, and we're going to try to make them realistic. For this project, you want a white piece of paper. This is going to be for your background. I have a half sheet of paper just because I know I won't need a full one, and this is what I'm going to draw my Rubik's Cube on. I'm going to cut it out and glue it to my background. You also want a ruler, a pencil, and an eraser, definitely art tool basics. And then you want to pick out one color for your background. I might do black, but I think I might go with a different color instead. But we're going to get started with our background. So what we're going to do is right in the center of our paper, we're going to make a dot. You can see my small dot right here, and we're going to draw either curved lines. You could draw curved lines coming out from this, just like this if you would like. Going around, if you want to make them wavy, you could make them wavy. You could make them bumpy. I'm going to leave that up to you, but you can see that you can add in. You want to pick one style, whether you're just doing the curved, whether you decide to just do straight, so you could do straight, curved, wavy, bumpy. That's up to you. I think I'm going to stick with straight ones. So I'm going to draw my dot on this side, and I'm going to draw straight lines coming out from this dot, going all the way around. I like to turn my paper as I'm working. I'm also trying to keep them pretty even, so there's not some that are super thick and some that are super thin. But I am just going around my paper, drawing in these lines. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick whatever color you want for your background. I think this one's a little too thin, so I'm going to take this line out. And you're going to color in every other one, and this kind of creates the illusion of space, like this dot's farther back, so that's why it's getting smaller. I think I'm going to go with, deciding, I think I'm going to go with orange for my background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I am going to color in every other one of these orange. You know what? I just changed my mind. Instead of doing it just orange, I think I'm going to do it like the rainbow. So I'm going to get, you can choose one color, or I'm going to let you actually use multicolors if you want, because I think that would look really cool. But I would color this one, leave this one blank, color this one, leave this one blank, and I would go back and forth coloring every other one. So I am going to get that done, and then we are going to start working on drawing, cutting out, and gluing our Rubik's Cube. Alright, so I have my background done. I decided to do rainbow colors, and you can see I colored in every other one. I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to start drawing our Rubik's Cube, friends. I'm going to move this down just a little bit lower so you can see a little bit better. And we're going to get started. So what you want to do first is grab your ruler, and you want to draw a line somewhere in the middle of your paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, but we're going to draw a straight line like that. I'm going to turn the brightness down just a little bit. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to line up our ruler, and we want to have 3 inches on either side. So I'm going to line up my ruler. I'm putting the 3 right where the line is, and then I'm going to make a little mark right here, and then a little mark right here. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to draw 2 more straight lines. So 3 inches away from our start line. Now I'm going to take my ruler, and every inch I'm going to make a little mark. So the bottom one I don't need to, but here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to do that for each of my lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like the same step again and again. We draw a middle line, and then we drew one line 3 inches away, another line 3 inches away, and then we added our little marks for each inch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing the bottom, actually, of my Rubik's Cube. So I'm going to go from this bottom area And instead of drawing it straight, I'm going to go up to my first inch like that. And then I'm going to do that on the other side. And then I'm going to keep doing that for each of these. So I'm going to go up. Oop, that one got a little bit off. You can definitely use your ruler for this part. I probably should be. So I have 1, 2, and then here is my last one, 3. And then what I'm going to do for the top of my Rubik's Cube, because now I have the sides, I'm going to go from this up. So I'm going to went up 1, and then I'm going to go up actually for this one. And then we're going to get the top of our Rubik's Cube. Just like that. And now I'm going to erase this middle line right here on the top, just because we don't need it anymore. So now we have the sides and the top of our Rubik's Cube. I'm going to grab my ruler one more time, and I'm going to add 1, 2, and then there's 3 on the end. And I'm going to try to make these match up like that. So now that I have my little marks on here, I'm going to move this one over just a little bit. Again, I'm going to use these little marks that I just made, and I'm going to draw straight lines coming down from those. And now I have the sides. And what I can do for the top is I can look at where these ticks are, and I can draw straight lines going the other way, connecting those. So I turn it to the side, and then I'm going to draw a straight line connecting those. Just like that. So now we have the top and the sides of our Rubik's Cube. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to outline this in Sharpie, and then we can color it in. So I'm going to go over all of my pencil lines with my Sharpie just so it shows up a little bit better. You could use any sort of black marker. A black colored pencil could work for this. And then the only thing we have left to do is color in our squares. And you can make your Rubik's Cube solved if you want, like color each side the same color. Or if you want to make it kind of scrambled, you can make it scrambled. I'm going to basically leave that up to you. So I'm going to get this outlined, and then I'm going to get my pencil lines erased. And I'm going to get my Rubik's Cube colored in so we can cut it out and put it on the back. So I'm going to get this outlined and colored in, and then we're going to cut it out and put it on our gorgeous backgrounds that we made. Alright, so I have it all colored in, and now I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to glue it onto my background. You can see I got a little bit outside of the lines. But I knew I was going to be cutting it out either way, so I'd cut off all that outside the lines nonsense. Now I'm going to take it, and I can decide where I want to put it. I can put it right in the center if I want to and have all those kind of coming out. I think I want to do it a little bit to the side. I could also like change the angle that it's at, so it could be like this if I wanted it to be, but I think I'm going to leave it just like this. And I think I'm going to glue it, like flipping around my paper to see where I like it. I think I do like it over in here. So I'm going to glue it kind of at an angle right here in the corner. But you could glue yours wherever you think it looks the nicest. It could even be coming off the page if you wanted to. That could look really cool as well. I'm going to glue mine. You know what, now that I'm looking at it coming off the page, I'm like, maybe. No, let's stick to where we were. You can see I had another one that I was drawing on the back. So now I'm gluing it, and I'm squishing it. And we are done, my friends. There is your Rubik's Cube. We use space for the background. We use scale using our ruler a ton for this part of it. I know using the ruler is not the easiest thing, but thankfully all we have to worry about is those inch marks. So that should hopefully in like not even half an inch, just a full inch. And what happens is all of these are an inch. Alright, I can't wait to see how yours come out. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, or afternoon whenever you're watching this. Bye!